Hello, it is me. I am back. Welcome to Thoughtopolis. Hi, I hope you're doing well. Yes, my hair, it is a lot shorter now. Thank you for noticing, and I'm glad to have you here. I saw the video, I loved it. The editing, I think we're getting better with it. The recording, oh man, I think we could be actors. Or public speakers, probably that. I would rather be a public speaker than an actor. Have any of you ever heard about the uh, the candle exercise, the mental candle exercise? Well, stay tuned. I'm going to talk about it. So, being conscientious, as we talked about in the previous two videos, go check them out if you haven't. I think some of what happens that ties into all that is being trapped inside our own minds. I believe you could be trapped inside your own mind if you are going through your normal routines and even if you have achieved in a way a sense of balance across the board with what you're working on. I think that it can still be a thing. It can still happen, and it can be difficult um, to kind of sort things out when that happens. Even when you don't realize it, you can be doing your routines, as I just said, and going about your day and not really realizing that you're, as my mom would say, burning the candle from both sides. It's interesting that this can happen to us and it just completely blindsides us entirely at times. Because you can't be aware of all things all the time. I feel that this kind of ties into something that I kind of did today. I took apart my laptop because I wanted to see if it was having any kind of problems. And without going into too much of the technical mumbo jumbo that exists, basically, for the point of my metaphor, I will use the CPU of a laptop and connect it to our own heads. When when the CPU is running in a laptop, or when we are thinking about the things that we are trying to do, one thing that tends to happen is something called thermal throttling. That is when too much is being demanded from the CPU, and in turn the temperature is starting to rise, and the fans on your laptop are starting to spin and spin to try and compensate. I feel that that is a great metaphor for what happens when you are trapped inside your own head and you are stressing out and you're trying to figure out what's going on and you're trying to correct things and you're making irrational choices and decisions, all in good, for the good purpose of trying to calm yourself down. Thermal throttling and trying to do other things to calm down your mind. And I think we do that because we want a sense of stability. We want a sense of ease. We want a sense of ease so that we are able to kind of understand what all this really means. I have wondered if mankind is meant to be closer to nature than whatever intended purpose that we set for ourselves. I have wondered that. I'm not saying that we're not supposed to work on our projects and do the things that we want to do, but I feel like a lot of us sometimes, turn to our devices for that sense of ease, for that sense of security, and to think that that will just make us feel better when the solution's right there. So I mentioned at the beginning of this video this kind of thought exercise that you can do. And I don't know the technical term, and I don't recall where I learned it from, but basically it helps people that have a lot of clutter up here to kind of declutter a little bit, at least for a few moments in a day. And it might help you if other things like yoga or anything else doesn't really help. I'm going to call it the candle exercise. So basically what you do is you close your eyes and you envision a dark room with an unlit candle. You don't really need to think about all the details about this room. You just envision a room. You light the candle and you just watch it glow. You see the light flicker and move around, and you see the wax starting to slowly melt. You think about the smoke a little bit. You don't put much emphasis on anything else. You don't think about the table or the candle holder or any of that stuff. You just think about that. Just take everything else that you're thinking about and to just move it aside for a second. To be able to not have to go through a stress test. To decrease the temperatures, both metaphorically but also probably realistically. And just to be able to calmly breathe. So try that. And if you're going through your own trials and tribulations, let us know. We're here. We're our community. Let's do this together. I hope you have a great day. I hope that whatever stress test that might come your way, return better results with this kind of practice. I hope you have a great day. I will chat with you later. Bye.